While editing, I thought I was just making a simple DNA animation, but somehow I generated a DNA-style helix, used AI to twist it, removed the white background, rotated it horizontally, then pushed the grain all the way up. Honestly, it looked like a random science animation, but I kept going. I opened a white background project, exported like Yagami, then repeated the exact same process for Misa Amane and Lawliet. After importing all three back, I positioned Misa on the left, L on the right, and compressed all three into narrow portrait frames. Then the animation started. I added rectangular masks, animated the reveals, shortened the widths, scaled everything back to full size, and gave each character a slightly different entrance. Light revealed upward. Misa entered from the lower left with rotation. L rotated into place from the opposite side. By the time I cropped the ending, the scene already felt alive. Then I added 3 fingerprint overlays, removed the black background, positioned them beneath each character, scaled them down, and animated subtle zoom-ins. After that, I added the Death Note title, Death Note font, bold styling, extra character spacing, placed at the top of the frame. Then adjusted lights mask so more of the title became visible. Added a flicker animation and pushed the title behind everything else. At this point, it looked like a clean character introduction. But then I built something completely different. I imported a cloud element, applied a circular mask, trimmed the edges, then used the pendulum effect with the twist and speed maxed out. After duplicating and extending it, the cloud suddenly looked alive. I exported it, brought it back into the project, removed the black background, sped it up, increased the highlights, boosted the contrast, and transformed it into a moving atmospheric layer. Then I added a hand, animated it up, timed the ending perfectly. And right as the cloud disappeared using a dust scatter animation, I introduced the Death Note book, positioned behind the hand, matched all the keyframes, rotated the movement, and created the illusion that the book had been dropped directly from the hand. That was the moment the edit started feeling cinematic. Then I opened another project, added a sharp skull frame, placed Death Note text at the top, added the rotating helix, removed the background, maxed out the highlights and whites, and built a completely separate sequence around it. After exporting it, I brought it back into the main edit, applied a custom speed curve, removed the background, then used an inverted circular mask that expanded across the screen. Instead of a normal transition, the helix scene slowly consumed the entire frame. Then I animated the overlay itself, scaled it, applied cubic graphs, added radial blur too, animated the blur from 0 to maximum, duplicated the clip, split it after the center, added a second circular mask, expanded it, feathered it, duplicated the blur again, then duplicated it again. The result was a forced downward blur effect that made the helix sequence feel much more intense, but that still wasn't the final section. I opened another project, added a frame, placed the skull element at the top, added Death Note typography with huge character spacing, then duplicated the text, added subtitles beneath it, and started building the Death Note rules page. Roman numeral 1, then Roman numeral 2, then 3, then 4, all the way to 10, each one with its own note, aligned carefully, formatted to fit inside the frame, and exported separately. After that, I went back and animated every single rule page, cropped them, scaled them, applied peel-out animations, exported them individually, then reopened them again, added radial blur, animated the blur intensity, created a diagonal mask overlay, rotated it, feathered it, and restricted the blur to only one slanted side of the frame. That way the peel animation felt sharp without blurring everything else. Then I repeated the entire process again and again for every single rule page until the final one. Once all of them were complete, I combined them together in a new project, cropped the starts and endings, changed the frame ratio, exported everything, then imported the full sequence into the main edit, sped it up more than 5 times, added zoom animations, scaled the ending outward, and finally revealed what all that work was building toward. Then I layered smoke effects over the sequence, added skull elements beside the pages, matched them to the skull inside the frame, animated them through the peel transition, scaled them, moved them, split them, and timed each movement directly to the beat. After that, I added multiple zoom sections, one zoomed outward, the next zoomed inward, the next zoomed outward again, all connected using ease graphs. Then right at the transitions, I inverted the white graph, turning the entire sequence into the opposite of what it originally looked like. Every transition point was cut precisely. Every inversion matched the next scene. Then I introduced the ending sequence, a black background, a table element, a flash transition, an offshore overlay, a green-blue color grade created using temperature and hue adjustments. The brightness reduced, the whiteness increased, the text layered behind every element, and every section adjusted independently so the transitions felt seamless. And somehow, what started as a twisted DNA helix floating on a white background ended up becoming this final result I accidentally created.
Death Note. As in a notebook of death. Why did you drop it in the first place? I did it because I was bored. You were bored?